Bratz Kiwi Design is a company that sent us a lot of great products, a lot of different reviews. I really like their new grips for the Quest 2 if you haven't seen that video. They sent us this box and this is the first time it has absolutely no label on it and it's very heavy. So let's find out what this is. Always have your small sharpened boxing knife, especially if you don't know what things are gonna be when you're opening them. The box just says make things better. I'm hoping that's what this box is aiming to do, but I don't know what's in it. Oh man, these were the most random accessory I could find on Amazon. I now remember what they are. Oh man. If you are someone who's doing Beat Saber, Thrill of the Fight, Supernatural, and you're like, I'm getting a decent workout, moving everything around, but I want more of a workout, these are VR dumbbells, is what they're calling them. These unscrew here, and they hook on, and they have removable weights. I mean, this isn't a ton of weight. If you're playing Beat Saber with this much weight on there, it is gonna wear you out. You're gonna feel it. And then if you decide, okay, I want to start with just one ring, I wanna work my way up, then you've got these plastic rings. So you put 2 plastic rings in there and 1 weighted ring. And then you start to work yourself out, you're starting to get buff, you go 2 rings. And when you're really buff and you're really ready, you go 3 rings of weight on there. So I'm gonna try these out with 3 rings and see what this is like. See if I'm worried it's gonna mess with tracking at all. Although I must say, even from the design I'm seeing right now, it's set in a way that looks like it's really not gonna get in the way of your tracking ring much. So give me a second, let me install these real quick. So basically, this should just go in here. Man, that is a substantial amount of weight. It really looks, it looks pretty good actually. It really matches it. It looks like it's meant to be part of the controller. I mean, it's a solid design, and I've gotta say, they had it cut just right to fit with their grips. They were planning ahead on these, so man, you could knock somebody out with this thing right now. I'm gonna go grab a scale. We'll give you a weight comparison, how much these are each adding, get you all that information, and then I'm gonna try some fitness games with this and see, because whew, throwing punches and stuff, you're gonna feel it with this on there. Dang. I'll be right back. First, we are weighing a completely bone stock Quest 2 controller at 158 grams. The actual weight with maximum weight on it, 198 grams. Each disc is approximately 50 grams. Kiwi's grips, the way they are designed on there, up to 230 grams. Grand total with everything, 425 grams. And for you Americans like me, 14.9 ounces, so nearly a pound of weight. With the Kiwi grips, with these on top, you're looking at nearly a pound in each controller. And a pound may not sound like a lot of actual weight if you're working out, but if you're playing Beat Saber already and you're moving up and down, you're really throwing your arms out there, these are gonna weigh you down. We're gonna run over, go in the gym, check these things out, see how much these really add to it, see if I can even keep up. My worry with something like Beat Saber, I think these would be better for like Thrill of the Fight, boxing where you're throwing your punches, maybe even Supernatural. But you try and play Expert Plus on Beat Saber with these, we're gonna try it, but I mean, you're gonna have such a hard time moving that weight back and forth quickly. Consult your physician before you use these because they are heavy and you're putting a lot of strain if you're really throwing your arms out there, potentially on your joints. So consult your physician first. Let's go test these out in the gym. So we are in here in the gym. This is our garage gym. This is where we play a lot of our fitness games because there's tons of space. I will say so far jumping in already, I've got the grips on and you can tell the weight is all in the top. Even with this heavier Kiwi grip on the bottom, it really feels like you're holding a hammer and not a dumbbell. So it feels like that weight's at the top. Makes me a little nervous, but we're gonna try a couple Beat Saber tracks real quick. All copyright free, of course. I'm gonna start on Expert, 1 to warm up, and 2 to see how it feels in Expert. And then I'm gonna try Expert Plus, but I am worried the movement's gonna be crazy. It's super smooth around the top. It doesn't seem to really be blocking any of the tracking lights from the camera, which makes me feel good. But one thing I'm noticing that I didn't bring up before, this is definitely for fitness games. You would not wanna play a game where you need to use the thumbstick, really, because this thumbstick, if I move it around at all, I'm banging my thumb against the inside of this thing. That is one issue to consider. You would probably need to take this off for other games or really get used to feeling that in there. But let's play some Beat Saber. I feel like I need to hang on these controllers really tight because that weight does make them feel very unbalanced. Whew. And it is a lot of weight. You really feel it in your swing. Like I'm finding my muscles are flexing differently because they're trying to compensate for how much weight I'm tossing around. It's not like normal Beat Saber where I can just throw my arms anywhere. I'm having to be very careful about how I swing here. And it is reflecting. My score is it's only about 1% lower than it would normally be, maybe 2%, but it's because I can't do those quick wrist flicks I'm used to doing in Beat Saber. This is This is like you're swinging a hammer. You don't swing a hammer all crazy fast. You swing it controlled and aimed, and that's exactly how this feels. You would definitely want controllers to have really good grips on them too, because if I was just trying to hold the stock controller with this much weight on it and it risks slipping out of my hand, it would feel awful. And I worry if you were to really pitch that thing out of your hand, a wrist strap could come off. This is the maximum weight. Remember, I did start on the top, and it is a lot of weight. Even one song in, you're really feeling it. The problem is I'm finding sometimes there's these 3-note streaks where you have to do up downs really quick, and I don't feel like I can swing the controller hardly fast enough with all this weight on top of my controller. Feels good if you're trying to get fitness out of it, but I do wish somehow the weight was more centered inside the controller, almost in the battery compartment, which wouldn't be possible, but it would feel a lot better for balance. Something like a weighted glove would probably still be better than this. Man, one song on Expert, that wore me out. The tricky thing about having the Kiwi grips on themselves too, they're longer, which is nice and comfy for big hands, but it also means you're getting further from that center of gravity the further out you're holding them. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm gonna throw my shoulder out. It doesn't feel like I'm swinging 2 sabers. It feels like I'm swinging 2 hammers trying to play Beat Saber right now. Beat Saber would definitely be a 1 or 2 weight ring experience, I think. I think it's too fast to be rocking this much weight inside of your controllers. Oh my God, so this song's only 2 minutes long, and already, less than halfway into it, feels like this is gonna be an eternity. Oh my God. I'm tired. I usually, when we play Beat Saber, I stream at least 1 to 3 hours in a row. 1 to 3 minutes with these weights on, and your arms are gonna struggle. It's a lot more in my forearms too than like my shoulders or anything. My forearms are really feeling the burn. Oh my God. Definitely, even with these nice Kiwi grips on here, I feel like the controllers are running from me with all this weight on the very top, just bouncing them around. And for reference, this is a fast song that I can usually beat just fine. I feel like I'm gonna break the Kiwi grips in half because I'm flicking so much weight very quickly. I bet if I looked far enough into their instructions, the website or something, it would tell you you're not supposed to play these with really fast games or songs like this. I'm missing a lot of notes. I have a D. I didn't even know you could get a D. John should definitely watch his head. I feel like at any moment, one of these controllers is gonna go flying out of my hand. Oh boy. Okay, what happened? Oh, there we go. So I was flicking the weight around so bad that the battery door that's on the inside of this unsnapped. Hopefully it just unsnapped and it didn't crack it or anything. Fast songs like Beat Saber, absolutely not something you should be playing. We'll try some boxing in Supernatural. Oh. Boxing is much better. It's definitely what this is really meant for because you can keep the weight closer to your hands. You're not flicking the controllers around. I would say if you're into boxing games, Supernatural boxing, these could be a worthwhile purchase if you're really trying to turn your Quest into a fitness only headset, which I know a lot of people are only using it for that. The weight feels like a real workout. Could definitely turn Supernatural into a serious workout, although I'd be very cautious or I wouldn't use as much weight if you're playing the normal one that's more like Beat Saber. I did 3 songs on Beat Saber, 1 on Expert, 2 on Expert Plus, and then I did a 14-minute high-intensity boxing match in Supernatural. And this is the most tired I've ever been after Supernatural, even compared to like the 48-minute normal ones. Boxing, I think, is definitely what these are meant for. And even Supernatural, if you're not playing super fast songs, you can control these. You need to hold them up high, hold them up higher. Because in Beat Saber, I tend to hold it low, and that's where you really get the hammer effect. But if you hold them up here, it's a lot more controlled. It feels a lot better. So if you're really looking to make your Quest 2 into an exercise-only headset, you're really looking to push it to the next level, these will do it. These will do it. You'll get a serious workout, but I would definitely consult your physician. Make sure that having weight like this isn't gonna be a burden to your wrists or your elbows, because I found in Beat Saber, I was feeling it all in my forearms and not in my like shoulder stuff, because I was just hanging on for dear life trying to not drop these. You definitely need a good set of grips. The Kiwi ones are pretty good, but I do feel like the length they add kind of goes against you if you get down too low because of that hammer effect, like I'm saying. So if you've even heard of these, Tell me in the comments, because I feel like I've never seen these anywhere. These are some of the weirdest accessories yet for the Quest 2, but they do serve their purpose. So I'll leave a link in the description in case you want to check them out. Thanks for coming and watching me almost die, and I will see you in another reality.